Hi, everybody. I know there might not be anybody there yet because I just started, right? That's the magic of YouTube. It's not, it's not quite the same when it's live because it's happening in real time right then, right? So today is Friday, April 16th. I keep getting this day in particular. It's been kind of weird because this week has been kind of, different. Anyway, I am just coming forward to talk and look at some cards and just all kinds of things. How have you been doing? It feels like the energy is really like there's different types of decisions people are making. It has to do with love. It has to do with money and prosperity. But the main part of this is your family and the destiny, involved. Like things that, it's like so much energy involved. You're not doing it all on your own. It had to be other things going on. I think that's what most of us are feeling right now. Lots of changes. And I absolutely love the way that it seems to be this alchemy coming in from the springtime because spring has a lot of rebirth and renewal energy, and it seems like we're really able to utilize that. So anyway, I want you to know it's wonderful for me to come here and just spend time with you all. I think that's very special just to be with you all and feel your energy, your questions, etc. So the first card is patience. See how she's watching it grow? She's watching this. It looks like an Easter lily. And she's watching it grow. And I was just saying about springtime and rebirth. And a lot of you, I don't know if any of you still get the Easter lilies for Easter, but I still have mine from the holiday. You see that? It carries a lot of energy of really believing that with the rebirth, the changes, the renewal, and what you're leaving behind in the winter that has died off, you're going to get so many good things for just believing in this time and planting, and it's growing and it's helping you to heal. So that's very interesting for that one to pop because I was just talking about my Easter lily this week. I was talking about watching it grow again, and it's almost like for some of us, we need to know that there's a promise of something coming in a year from now. Even if you don't see it come up in the next month, maybe you're getting ready spiritually for something to happen in a year from now. And you may not even know all of the plans that are coming together right now and why this happened. Why did that happen? I'm also getting some of you are having like a fear of not belonging. Let's see, yeah, suffering in silence, rest and rejuvenation, material harvest. And then on the bottom, sacrifice. Some of you may feel that you sacrifice too much. That might be what's going on here. To watch something grow and to watch something come together. Maybe you are the only one who did something really great and wonderful for your family, for your children, for the elderly in your family. Maybe you were the only one who knew that things needed to be prepared and come together in a certain way to help in the long run. Maybe you're one in your family that's guided by your ancestors. Because see, it's suffering in silence. It's like maybe you're the one who knows what's really going on here and what you need to do. Okay, so is it something you're grappling with that made you feel like you had to sacrifice, that you were the only one who really knew what was happening? Could have been a relationship too for some of you, because we do make a lot of sacrifices in relationships, and those things, they really get held to our heart. They get held to our chest, and it's like we really don't want other people to know. We really don't want other people to know how it is, those secrets that we end up keeping. The next two are rest and rejuvenate. Because if you've been sacrificing yourself, your time and energy, and you've been suffering, you really need this. This is going to help you to revitalize and put time and energy back into yourself. That is so important. I mean, I have so much that I do in the way of helping us to renew from that really basic way. You know, centuries ago, we didn't have to stop and make all of that special time and rearrange our schedules just to have a few days to ourselves and to have our ritual baths, to use our soaps and oils, and to really self heal with our spirit guides and with our ancestors. Centuries ago, it was normal, it was just part of our life. You know, and now we've been so materialized on different aspects and tried to do so many things in the family, in the community, wearing all these different hats, that we have to actually stop and make all of this time now just to have a few days to ourselves where we rejuvenate and we really work on our abilities. So some of you might have been doing this for material reasons, for money. You might have needed to, work overtime for your rent. You know, everything's due at a certain time of the month. It could be that you had to leap through, all these hoops to get things done. You may have felt like you were the only one in your relationship to pull this together, the only one in your family to pull together the harvest and to manifest what needed to be done. But either way, I can see what it is here. You wanted something to grow. Okay, you're really expecting and planning for good things. And I believe it's going to happen, but you're going to have to put time back in yourself. That's what I'm seeing here. Because this is where you were for a while, sacrificing and suffering in silence. Okay, so that's a huge part of the message. This is why maybe I was feeling so guided to come on today. Let's see, what else is going on? What else is going on to help them with the suffering and silence, sacrificing, looking forward to this money, income, and stability in the family? What else is going on? Obstacles and challenges. What else? Oh, the devil. Temptation and new beginnings, yeah. And the solar plexus chakra is on the bottom. This is your willpower and your inner drive, your self-confidence. And a lot of us have had this destroyed within us, and we didn't even realize it. We didn't even realize how far gone we were from our true willpower and our confidence that's there naturally. Not being cocky, not being arrogant, not being, bragging all the time about things. But this is just like successful inner being, guided by good inner strength and willpower, where you have the confidence, where you're not feeling needy, you're not feeling clingy, you're just kind of going along, and you know that it's there, you know that you're strong. Okay, so whatever this was, it affected your inner confidence. That's why you were sacrificing yourself. So we have obstacles and challenges. Okay, so for some of you, you're going to take more footsteps into an obstacle or challenge, but it's something that needs to be done. Okay, and you're not going to get lost. That's what I feel. You're not going to get lost. The next card is the devil card, temptation. This is greed, lust, addiction. This is the feeling that you are lost and that the addiction is the only thing that's going to satisfy you. So this could be going on in a relationship. This is anger. This is someone who is, it's like a need for radical self-changes here. Because when I see the devil, it's so much going on that the person is lost, and it's a lot of toxic energy, a lot of cords happening. Okay, so this could have been why you needed to put yourself on the line, why you were suffering. It could have been someone else's greed and addiction. It could have been in your relationship. It could be some people in our family. Some people who are close to us, some people in our workspace that have all of this toxic stuff going on. It's really kind of unsafe when you have this going on in your life, when you have interpersonal relationships with someone who has all the toxic stuff, because spirits love to cling to that kind of energy. And you may not fully understand what's going on, and then spiritual, and it's like warfare. It's like a lot of toxic energy, a lot of spirits are attracted to that kind of demonic stuff. So that's one of the reasons why it's so important to know who you are spiritually, and when something's off, you can take care of it, because you have like a base, you have like a neutral point. A lot of people don't know that they should have a feeling of, good, calm, balance, joy. That is your God-given right. to have that, you know. And some people, they don't understand and they get lost in this toxic stuff and within themselves, within their relationships, within their workspace, and they don't know how far off base they are. That can be dangerous. Okay. And this one is new beginnings. So definitely, this is the heartbeat of the reading. There's some new beginnings coming. There's new beginnings. They're going to come after you rest and rejuvenate. They're going to come when you have a sense of balance and peace. So a lot of you, I think that you will benefit from ritual baths, cleansing out your home space, you know, and just detoxing. How often do we think about, yeah, I actually need to detox? You know, especially if you're an empathic person, you're a person, you've been putting out a lot of energy for your family, your kids, your relationships. You're the one wearing all the hats. You need to understand that, you know, things cling on to you. Things, they stick to us sometimes, and sometimes we're not aware of it. We're in a battle spiritually with our own self and with the energy around us. So there's growth coming. Through all of these changes, there's growth coming. Let's see what else is going on here. All of these things affected your confidence. Oh, look at the next card, Shadow. This is what that toxic energy. It's the person that we can see sometimes, we're courted to, we're attached to, we're wondering why these issues keep going on. They are showing their shadow and their light, and you may be the one able to see it. Okay, sometimes this is buried deep within us and we don't know our own shadow and our light. And that can be so dangerous because we're not even acknowledging our good and our toxic self, our shadow self that needs to be released. It needs, you know, you hear about spiritual workers. I don't care if it's someone who's into witchcraft, hoodoo, they're into crystals and yoga. We all have talked about that or heard about shadow work. Really releasing that negative stuff that's built up in you for so long, and you've held it in and you haven't said it, you haven't put it out there to be healed or to be released. So this shadow, this light and dark, this is something that keeps coming up in our lives until we really get it out. You know, till we really get it out there. It makes it really hard. You're having a relationship or in your family and someone is showing their light, their dark, their light, their dark, and they're not healing it. You know, it just increases all that suffering. Let's see what else is going on here. What else is happening here? What else is going on? Let's see. Power. Power. So for some of you, you know, this could just mean that you're discovering your power. Some of you may be involved with Leos, like that power of sun, confidence, willpower, knowing that you're going to keep going. Some of you, this is a lot of wisdom you've gained. Okay, see how his hair is all white? Like the wisdom you've gained, you couldn't have even gotten all of that wisdom and that self-confidence unless you have been through all these different storms, you know, and learned that sacrificing yourself doesn't always pay out for the greater good, because you might suffer. You might suffer from sacrificing. Sometimes we have to learn that suffering and sacrifice that we accept, it has to do with our own ego and trying to make ourselves feel better. So we put ourselves out there not knowing that that is not how the other person gets better. It's not how they learn anything when we keep putting ourselves out there to be sacrificed over and over. Conflict and defeat. You know what? As I'm sitting here, I feel like some of you are married and going through this. I feel like some of you were actually married or with this person like common law for a long time. Because this is a lot, this is a long, a lot of years of suffering, conflict, and defeat. This is like agony. It's not like, wow, I stubbed my toe. It's not like that. It's like he's suffering. Agony that he's experienced over a long, extended period of time. That's the way this feels. And I'm hearing that it's going to be some kind of issue with justice. So some of you may be going to court. It may be like, a legal separation. It may be something to do with kids custody. It may be that someone, your boss, your supervisors, they actually betrayed you or used you. You may be caught up with an unemployment issue. It may be an issue to do with the labor board, something like that, like something that actually has to be rectified and paid back out to you. Something that has to do with justice. Yeah, light. Okay. Some of you, you've got good stuff coming. You really do. You've got a lot of things to look forward to, a lot of blessings to look forward to. Wow. I feel as I'm sitting here, some of us are just, it's like you're evolving. It's going to be like a windfall. Yeah, a lot of prayers that you've been saying. Some of these prayers no one heard before. Love begins. Love begins. Light. Okay. So let me hold the cards up so you can get the clear picture of what's going on here. The agony, the conflict, the defeat, toxic people, toxic cords and energy around you, your home, relationship, workspace, some kind of fight that's been going on for a long time. But you gained a lot of power and wisdom. You gained things that you just couldn't have gained before. Okay, so you went through all the hell, and now we've got light and love begins. Okay, and remember, this is how it started. Something growing, something beautiful, something to renew you, something that has a lot of rebirth, magic, renewal, ritual for your spring. You're bringing this in. So some of us have brought this in and didn't even know that that's what was happening, that we were working on that. We just had to go through that first. Light and love begins. So what is this love? Is this a new relationship? For some of you, this is going to be a new relationship. Love begins. For some of us, it could be like, oh, you'll finally get to do, 6 months of going to school. You'll finally get to go to that course you wanted to always go to. You're finally going to allow yourself these changes to come in. For some of us, it's going to be, moving and seeing the beauty around you. You're finally going to have your own space, your own yard. Okay. For some of us, it could be as simple as every week, I'm going to be able to do something I want to do. It's going to be for me, to help me. Okay. So there's some beautiful things to look forward to here. So I want to personally say I enjoy this reading. I enjoy spending time with you all, okay? Those of you that said hi, I want to say hi to you. I saw a couple people say hi. I'm going to go ahead and get back to some of the things I'm doing. I know that I don't make my readings very frequent, but there's a lot going on, okay? The products, services, etc. Everything is active on my website, okay? Everything's active. If you want to get in touch with me, what I'm going to do is put my link below, okay? And I hope you all have a blessed and beautiful Friday and enjoy your weekend. You will be seeing me again, though. Take care. Bye-bye.